Hello everybody, wherever you are in the world. As usual, just waiting for a few people to come on and show you where I am today and if I'm catching. And we got the first few people whizzing on already, which is good. Well, that sun's a bit bright, isn't it? Oh, I'll go that way, that's better, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. And already a few people watching. Tony Watlin's watching, he's always looking on to see if I'm catching. Yeah, I'm catching, Tony. So, just wait for a few more. Blimey, there's already loads on. Unbelievable. This live feed, just lovely. Do you know what? My boss even phoned me up the other day and congratulated me on them. He said he loves watching them, but there you are. They have loads of other stuff to do. So let's have a look. Let's say hello to a few people. There's Jensen. Hi, Jensen. Darren. Hi, Darren. John Merritt. Paul Burnett. Ken Dawes, Kev Warburton, Enzo. They must be Italian. Ian, Richard Hoskins, loads. Blimey, there's loads of people watching. Hello, Dawn. Happy New Year to you. Hi, Jeff. Happy New Year. Hi, Mark. Mark's another one of the live feed specialists, but I bet he's not out today, is he? So let's talk about some other stuff before I talk about my fishing. Just waiting. Well, there's loads coming on, so you have to make sure that you keep people interested. I can say hello to everybody. Nicholas, hi Nicholas. So that's salute. So that's Italian. That's good everywhere, all over the world. Fantastic, isn't it? And Bobby's out today fishing. See what I'm like. Well, the last time I come out was just before Christmas, so. Oh, that was ages ago, wasn't it? Let me just show you where I am, and then I can... maybe I'd do one or two little stories for you today, because I love the interaction that you get with live feeds. Hi, Paul. Paul Boothby, Happy New Year. Bill Knight. Hi, Bill. John Dickey, one of my most loyal fans, John Dickey. He's always there watching. Roberto. Hi, Roberto. Yeah, lovely sun here, Roberto, today. That's why I'm out. And it is lovely sun. Let me just show you where I am, and I'll tell you where I am as well. So let's just reverse the camera. So I'm on the old Nenagh March, which is really a local venue to me. It's only 2 or 3 miles from home. At the moment, in this region, we're what's called Tier 4, which means we can't do very much. There you are, there's the old Nenagh. Just a little bit of flow, not flowing that hard today. That's looking downstream. 1 or 2 boats. Hi, Liam. I've come to this peg today. I've never fished it before. It's sort of not where a lot of fish are. It's just up into what they call the allotments and no boats or anything. I knew it was going to be a tough day because it's been freezing cold every day. So I thought, well, I'll come up and just fish punch today, and that's what I'm doing. And I was cracking open a bottle of champagne that my daughters bought for me for New Year's. Bernie and me, we polished off a bottle. That was about our heaviest drinking session. And let's come back to me for a sec. And This was New Year's Eve, and I was thinking, champagne, I love champagne. Can't afford it, can I? But so my daughters bought me a bottle. And I remember years ago fishing a match, and I was just thinking, I wonder, it was a UK Champs, and I won it, it must have been 85, 86, so 30 odd years ago. And it was fished over 4 rounds. And I won it that year. And I remember on the day that I won it, I won about £6,000. Now, going back to then, 30 odd years ago, how much do you think that was? That was probably 20 or 30,000, wasn't it? But I remember my bill. I bought 11 bottles of champagne that night because my good friend Frank Barlow was drinking with me, and he can drink a lot more than me. But somehow my bar bill was about £300, so that would probably be equivalent to about 1,000 nowadays, wouldn't it? But 11 bottles of champagne we drank. I fished this match was over. As I said, it was a series of 4, and the first match was on the Witham. And I won my section and come second in the match with about £9 of eels. Alan Scotthorne won the match that day. Alan Scotthorne, 30 odd years ago, he must have been in short trousers then, I should think. But he won the match with £12 of skimmers, brilliant. And then we went up to Carmill Dam. Oh, that was horrible. And I was second in the section with, I don't know, £7 or £8 of fish. So I'd had a first and a second. Then I went to a lake which was on a naval base down at Portsmouth, HMS Dryad. And that was the first of the, probably the first of the commercial, well, it wasn't a commercial carp, but it had a lot of carp in it. And I'd worked out the best way to catch it was firing balls of soft ground bait and then fishing with a straight lead at about sort of 30, 40 metres. Anyway, I won the match that day, not with a big weight because it was a tough day. And I remember in the end I had to catch with 3 pinkies on the bottom with a straight lead, firing in soft balls. And I won the match and won my section. And then the last match, I think it was on the Trent, and I won it. And that's where we were in the bar that night. Yeah, £6 then. That was probably a lot, wasn't it? I had a few quid off the bookies as well, off of Dennis Salmon and Billy Knott. So that was a good time. Right, let's eat. I'm going to catch some fish for you, but let's just show you what I'm using today. Let me just show you. You bread punch men have seen it before, some of you. So, equipment-wise, pretty basic. There's my liquidised bread, I've put some of that gravel because liquidised bread is very, very light. And that gravel there, the 3mm aquarium gravel, if you just mix a little bit, only just sort of probably in that big tub there, I would probably only put about that much. Let's have a look, see if you can see in my hand. So you don't have to use a lot. That's 3mm aquarium gravel. That drops straight out. You put that in, it will pull the bread down, but then it drops straight out of the bread, so the fish are not feeding on it. I've done some hemp up. I mixed a bit of hemp. Pinkies. Sometimes if you start to catch small fish on bread, put a pinky on the hook and you get some bigger fish. I'll show you that in a minute. There's my bread. Talk about that in a minute. Hooks today. Well, line I'm on a hybrid power mono, and if you look at it, it says it's an 014. It says it's, I don't know, 5 or 6 pounds, and you think, oh, that's miles too heavy. But don't ever worry about the breaking strain. Always look at the diameter and the fact that you're going to be sliding shots and olivettes up and down it. You want something reasonable. Don't put it on 010. Put it on 014, 016. Elastic microbore. I love that microbore. It says it's between 3 and 5, but really, it's a number 5. It's equivalent to a number 5. And there's my hooks. Nice. I'm on a small. It says an 18, but it's like a 20 really. Quite a small hook, but a nice long shank for unhooking the fish, and a strong hook. And I've nipped the barb off. I use let me show you. Quite often I'll nip they're a micro barb hook, but quite often I just use. Oh dear, what am I doing? I was just gone funny, the phone. Let me have a look. Can't see it now. Oh, there's me pliers. I just use a pair of long-nosed pliers just to nip the barb off. And my bread, don't forget with bread, I did just tell you this the other day, but with bread, if you put 3 slices in a bag, put it in the microwave. Now that's a medium Warburton's. Just put that in the bag, and then you'll find, put the 3 in the microwave for 30 seconds, and then it just makes it really tacky. I've caught today, come back to me for a sec. Anything else to show you there? No, not yet. Old pole roller very close to me. I've caught today, let's come back to me. I caught 3 fish on 1 bit of bread. That, when you microwave it, just makes that middle bit really tacky and it'll stick on. So I've caught 3 fish on the same bit of bread, which is nice. When the river's running a teeny bit, I like to. It still expands, but it's still fairly soft. But you can catch 2 or 3 fish. Oh, there is some people watching today, I tell you. Nobody at work. Ian, look at the weather. Look where I am today. Let me just reverse again and look, it's beautiful, isn't it? I'm right in trees here, though. Above me, trees, so I've got to be really careful. Blue sky, that's unusual. This is definitely the best day we've had for a while. Definitely the best day. And that water's just flowing. You can't see it, but it is just flowing a little bit. Just a teeny bit. Shall we have a look at my rig? Yeah, I think have a quick... I'll probably try and show you my rig because... Let's come back to me. I'll try and show you my rig because I showed you the other day. You can't describe it not when you're out. You can describe it, but you can't show people how to do it. So I use a really tiny knot. There's my float. I love these floats. This is a DT. Watch these trees, haven't I? Let me have a look, see if I can get my float into view. This is a DT Nevis, lovely orange bristle, lovely orange bristle. That's 0.8 of a gram, that one. 0.8 of a gram, and it's like I suppose it's like a pressed polystyrene, really, but I'm not sure what they make it out of. I forgot to ask Dean what they make it out of. Where's my Olivet? So, my Olivet is... Oh, I can't see. Hopeless with these things. Trying to get these things into camera. Oh, yeah, there it is. Too close, isn't it? So there's my Olivet, 0.7 of a gram. Couple of small... Well, there's a shot below that Olivet, because I don't need it down the line. I only usually like to have 3 shots down the line, and then I've put 2 little stots. They just balance up the float. You know, you can get the float to get it exact. I like to have it almost level, and I've got 3, 1, 2, 3 shots there. You can't see them really. Probably better to come away. And there's that little tiny knot. Let me just try and put it against my filthy black coat. And the hook length's about 10 centimetres. I'll try and catch a fish in a minute, if I can. That's the advantage of a barbless hook when you put the hook in your hand, isn't it? The times I've hooked myself with a barbed hook, and honestly, you have to put a pair of pliers on, and then you have to just yank it as fast as you can. Let me just put that down again. I've got to try and set this camera up. Do you want me to catch a fish? I don't know if I will catch a fish. I started off catching well. Well, no, I put in 2 big balls with a few of pinkies in it. And I had 3 runs through. I'm not going to catch. And then I hooked a big roach. Nice one, about 3 ounces. And then I probably had 10 good quality fish. Look at that light. I probably had about 10 nice, I had a skimmer about 5 ounce and a few other 2 or 3, 4 ounce roach. And then a boat came through and I'd run a small fish, so I fed again. I probably had about 40 or 50 fish already anyway. I thought I wasn't going to catch, and then I started to catch. And then just before I went live, I thought, oh well, I better quickly put some more feed in and let's see if we can catch. So let's come back to me. Let's put my camera in my special thing. Tighten up. I am getting good at this, and I are. Look at that end. That's not bad, is it? Quite good, and the light looks lovely. I just wonder if you can see my breath, because it's cold, and I'm sort of well up. So I'm going to try and catch a fish. 0.8 of a gram, 3 number 11 droppers, 10 centimetre hook length, and I've set the depth as near as I can to the bottom, just so that's where the bigger fish are. Usually if the little fish seem to be feeding. I think small fish have to feed more when it's cold. I think they're moving more and feeding more. So I had a little run of really small fish, which I didn't put in the net. I'm only putting reasonable fish. But lovely just to come out, isn't it? Just to come out and catch fish. Loads of people, I don't know who keeps asking me to bring them on camera. Thomas Stringfellow. Hello, Thomas. Happy New Year to you. So many people, and this live feed, I'm getting such a good response. I don't know why, because I'm bloody useless, really, and but yeah. So I'm using my favourite punch. It doesn't compress the bread at all. That's why I microwave it, because the punch doesn't compress it, so it does swell up quite a bit. don't see it, but as soon as it hits the water, it'll swell up quite a bit, but it'll leave that little centrepiece a bit harder, so I might catch a fish on that when it swells up first of all, and then I might, if it's still on the hook, I'll catch another one. Hey, I'm fishing with these. Anybody who hasn't used these, right, these are EVA nose cones. These ones are Browning. If you're not sure about what to do, if you measure the inside diameter of the section that you want to put, I have them all the way down to, this is my sphere whip, Silverlight whip. So I have them all the way down to the 9 metre section for unshipping. You just measure the diameter. If anything, make sure that the nose cone that you put in is bigger than you're looking for, because you can squeeze, you can actually squeeze and work that EVA and push it so it's a nice tight fit. Then all you need is, I just get it almost right and then put a little bit of super glue on, push it on, and then just work it a couple of times, and you'll find that they actually protect the end of the pole. So you can get them all the way down. I've got them on my exosphere, I've got them all the way down to the 10 metre section on here, down to the 9 metre section on my sphere whip. So today, I'm just fishing at 6 metres. 5 metres, a bit of line. Don't worry about using a bit of line. You're not on a commercial fishery. The bait is moving. You don't want a 6-inch bit of line to your float. You want a bit of line so you can work, so you don't get tangled. So I can just flick straight out with this. Can load, I've got me punch ready for next time, just while the float's setting. Then I can ship on. And then don't forget, when you're fishing at running water, you want your float in line with your pole tip, so you keep your bait straight. This boy is good, you know. How long did that take? Probably not a big one, this. Oh, I might lose it when I swing it in, mightn't I? This is not a big fish, this one. But straight away, I'm into a fish. About an ounce, this one, so let's see if we can catch a big one. I know today, to catch fish, I might have to put a pinky on the hook. You never can tell. Fabulous numbers watching. Dean, Happy New Year, Dean. Pete Wilson, hi Pete. Peter Wilson's asked him what punches I use. Peter, you can't get these punches now. These are old Preston punches, but you can't get them now. I'm down to my last set. Well, I'm down to my last one in this size, which is I'm on a 4mm punch today. I tried a 5mm punch and I caught a tiny fish on it. You think, I'll put a bigger punch on, I'll get a bigger fish. Doesn't always work like that. So you have to try different things. We'll try a pinky in a minute. Now I've cupped in exactly on that 6 metre line. Oh, and how can you come out? Oh, that same boat that come by this morning's coming back now. I told you I got a boat phobia the other day. Just swing this fish in. Just about, so I've got to watch that I'm up in that. It's a nice roach, ounce and a half, that one. You wouldn't think you'd come out when it's freezing cold, would you, and catch fish? Lovely, perfectly hooked, right in the top lip. I've nipped that barb off. I haven't lost any fish today because of that, because I'm fishing a barbless hook. Because you're not, if I was fishing over the other side, you'd have to leave the barb on if you were shipping back a long way. But because I'm only shipping one joint, you keep everything really smooth. So if you can get away with using a barbless hook, it is quicker, definitely. Straight in, remember, look, now let me show you that again. I'll just show you, some people didn't see this. I've done this, I did this the other day, but I don't have any slot in that punch at all. No slot, I don't look for any slot. I just put the hook in the middle, like that, and just pull it out. Don't even think about anything else. Don't even look to push it round. Don't push it round, and then you can just swing out where you've fed. Just swing out so that your float is just settling on that area where you've fed. Then you can either fill your punch up or ship your section on, doesn't really matter. The line is solid now, but this is one of them small ones. I did get a run of small ones earlier. Well, not too bad. I mean, it's nearly an ounce, but small for me, isn't it? In a match, of course, they put them in the net. I'll put that back. Now look, that bit of punch is still on the hook. So I don't have to, and you sometimes you get a bite even quicker with that bit of real soft punch that's there. So you can go in, so it's 3 fish in no time, isn't it? On a freezing, when it's been freezing cold, we've had temperatures minus every night. I'm just dropping it straight in where I fed on that. I've only cut, I didn't want to feed too much today because I thought, whether it's right or not, I thought, oh, I've lost that one. I thought it was going to be rock hard, so I didn't come back to this. So I'm fishing, I'm just trying to think my hook length, 09 hook length I put on this one. These come ready tied, some of these, but I've got some that are not, so I tie up myself to 09. And you don't need to fish a really fine line when you've got your hook and not your hook, your shot's very, very close to your hook. You're not looking at, I know, in Ireland I fish for big hybrids out there. And sometimes I'll use a hook length, probably 40 or 50 centimetres, 40 centimetres anyway, 16 inches, maybe even more, maybe 20 inches of 09, and the nearest shot is 20 inches away because they're so crafty, these hybrids, when you're fishing with a single caster on the hook. Let me just drop in. So sometimes you have to fish with your shot miles away from your hook, and other times when it's like this, there's a lot of little fish here, you want to get your bait down, you want to be quickly over where you've cupped in, and you don't really want it floating about. So I've just dropped it straight in. The flow seems to have stopped a little bit now. Doesn't stop me catching though, does it? Just love it. It's nice to come out. Now, we're COVID. Oh, I lost that one. I look like a little skimmer, but it came off. We're COVID 4. We're 4, whatever they call it, tier 4. That's it, tier 4 here. So it means our match fishing stopped. We can't match fish now. So I can only pleasure fish. And of course, fishing is a pleasure, isn't it? Huh? Look at the trees around. Look at the background. It's fairly quiet here too. Still loads of people watching. John, Stephen, are you fishing afflicted? No, I'm fishing with elastic, Stephen. I'm fishing with a number 5 microbore elastic, which I can still lift. I can still lift 3-ounce fish if I want to. I'm being a bit careful here today because of the trees, but it is. To be catching at this rate, I mean, again, you see, to be catching at this rate, I'm taking it careful today. To be catching at this rate is really, you'd come out, you think, oh, am I going to catch at all, don't you? That's what I thought this morning. Forecast and didn't have anything. So I'll catch you another one. One more, no more. Let's see. So I've no matches probably for maybe a month, I don't know. Have you ever thought about entering a few matches to see how you get? Somebody's asked me if I thought about entering a few matches to see how I get on. Yeah, I like that one. But I'm a match angler. Some match anglers can't pleasure fish, but I can. I can pleasure fish. It doesn't, I can come out like today. All right, I know I'm chatting to you, which is a bonus, really. I can chat to you, and it's lovely. This is a bigger fish. I can chat to you, but why shouldn't I entertain people? Why shouldn't you have something different? This live feed, don't forget, is totally. I might just be able to lift this one. It's about 2.5, 3 ounces, but I've got to watch the trees. And I can see the bread still out of its mouth, so I can maybe able to get another one on that bit of bread. Oh, I went up in the tree then. That's a much bigger fish. 2.5 ounces. But look at the bread, look. See how that's still in it? If that stays in its mouth, I might be able to get another one on that. Put that in the net. No, it looks a bit too much. So just lovely to come out and entertain you. That's what I like to do. And just chat, see the people that are coming on. Dave Clark's watching, Steve. I remember you coming to my school when I was about 8. Yeah. Oh, I can't. Sometimes I've been catching fish for so long. I just can't. I can't remember everything. But today, this is just nice. No wind. The sun's out. I mean, it's still only probably 3 degrees. Look, I'm still wrapped up. Every time I go in now, how can you be catching this quick? In this, when it's freezing cold. But bread, that's why I've decided to fish bread today. Bread is a brilliant bait when it's cold. Just about lift this one as well. Got to watch the trees. Still a bit of bread still out of its mouth. Look at that. Can you see that bit of bread there? Look, lovely. That's like a 2.5 ounce fish. So there, I'd class those as good stamped fish. Let's see if I can get another one on that bit. So I've put that bit of bread that I've left that on. Have you had enough of me yet? I bet you have, haven't you? I'm going to sign off in a minute. Can't keep on like this, can we? I don't know how long I've been on for. Happy New Year from Dave. Hi, Dave. So I've dropped back in with that same bit of bread, but I might just... Sometimes you catch a smaller fish on it. Let's see. No. That's what I mean about catching 2 fish on the same bit of bread. But how can you be catching like this when it's been freezing cold, hasn't it? Been below, just another nice, probably 1.5 ounce, 2 ounce fish, good quality. I'm just trying to... I'm worried about the trees. I don't want to lose my rig. There. Another nice, another lovely, just good quality fish. Just hooked nicely, but with that, now with that barbless hook, you can just flick, it's out and then into the net. So easy. Have you enjoyed that today? I just enjoy talking to you. You know, I just enjoy it, and I enjoy the interaction that I get. I can't. I'll try and answer a few of your questions tonight when I get back. But oh yeah, Damien's asking how deep. I'm guessing it's about 5 foot deep. Yeah, not 6 foot. And then I've got my Olivet is let's have a look. Probably 12 inches away from the hook. 10 centimetres, so 4 inches to the first shot. And then there's a gap probably of about two or 3 inches between the other 2 shots. So I like everything. Shall I catch you one more? Hey, Ricky. No, I'm not behind the swimming pool, Ricky. I'm up in the allotments where it's tough. But a good angler, of course, catches loads up here as well. Ah, Daniel's watching. That's my... Hey, hiya, Daniel. Hi, Noah. That's my grandson. Daniel, he's watching. And Noah must be watching as well. Shall I catch you a fish, Noah? Noah is my great-grandson. Can you believe it? Can you believe I could have a great-grandson? Well, yeah, you can, can't you? Let's catch you one more. This one's for Noah. Let's have a look. So I'll get behind the float, just add that section on, load the punch for the next time, drop right over that... Missed a bite. But you can bet your life that punch is still on. With that, if you microwave it, just stays on better. But for the UK anglers, the best bread is Warburton's medium slice, without a doubt. It's just got a little bit more oil in it. You tend to be able to do more with it. Not had a bite this time. I wanted to catch one for my great grandson Noah. Ah, I've got him one. Slightly smaller, but still nice fish. Anything over 1 ounce, 1.5 ounces is okay. If you can sort of average 10 to the pound, if you can average sort of 10 fish to the pound, then probably in 1/4 of an hour you can catch a pound of fish. So 4 or 5 pound of fish an hour in a match, so you're looking at £20. There's a nice one. That one's for you, Noah. There you are. A nice big roach for you. Lovely. Well, thanks everybody for watching my live feed. As I say, I just love it. I just love to do it. You know, this is nice. So, just recap on today. I'm on a sphere whip. I've got about 4.5 metres of line, so a fair bit of line to the float, and then I'm just adding a section on to take it to 6 metres, then just unshipping and putting one on. Using those nose cones, they're brilliant, they are really good. They just protect the end of your pole, and it's just much quicker shipping in and out. And if you ever drop one in the water, your section will float, it won't fill up. There's always air trapped in there, so you've got a good chance of getting it out. I love them, and they don't cost much. I don't know what they cost. I don't have to pay for anything, do I? I'm so lucky. So lucky to have a good company. You know, my company, Browning, they're just lovely people. That's why I like it. I think over 30 years I've been sponsored by Browning, and my first deal was a sweatshirt. That's what I got with Browning on it for the first year. Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed my live feed today. It's quite pleasant out here. I'm getting a fish now every cast, so you know it just really is good. It really is good fishing. But when you get these hard frost, cold, even that water's coloured, don't think that you've got to have clear water for punch. Punch is brilliant. You'll always get bites on punch when you can't get bites on anything else. Okay. Thanks everybody else for watching. I've enjoyed your company. I hope you've learned a little bit, and I'll try and answer any of your questions. I'll try and answer them later on tonight. In the meantime, I'm going to enjoy my fishing. Bye for now. Bye.